Just wanted to get your thoughts on the vibes around the team right now, with obviously Artemi being out. I mean, what are you sensing from the team in terms of what their response to all this has been? You guys have had a lot of stuff going on in the first month and a half or so of the season. So, do you feel like this is a big challenge for the guys, or how do you feel about all that?
Yeah, I jokingly said to Lexi yesterday that he's seen more, I guess for lack of a better term, drama and generally just wild, unorthodox things happening in his first 2 months of the season than I've experienced over the last decade or so that I've been here. But I guess that's just the state of the world, and I mean it's been strange. It's been weird. It's been a weird year, but really proud of our group, how they've come to the rink every day and gotten better, worked at our game, and continued to try to progress and work towards our ultimate goal despite all the adversity. I mean, it's a strange situation. Obviously, we've been playing a little bit better, but at the same time, not having Artie around is he brings such an energy to the group, such a passion. Makes everyone around him obviously significantly better on the ice, but what he does for our room, I think probably doesn't get talked about nearly enough. He's a calming influence. He's a guy that everyone looks up to, regardless if they're older than him or younger than him, just because of the way he thinks the game, the way he carries himself, the way he plays the game, and his work ethic. So not having him around is very difficult, but at the end of the day, we wish him the best. I mean, we're his teammates and friends first and foremost, and there's a human element that gets lost sometimes within professional sports. So, like I said, at the end of the day, we just want to see him happy and healthy. And whenever he does come back and join us, welcome him with open arms and support him the best we can.
With all that said about Artemi, in terms of replacing his on-ice production, does that put more pressure on guys such as yourself, such as Mika, such as Booch? And, how are you guys prepared to handle all that extra pressure, I guess?
Pressure's a funny thing, Colin. I don't think anyone puts more pressure on a player than a player puts on himself. At the end of the day, none of us are Artie. None of us can do the things that Artie can do, and there's some things that we do that Artie can't do. There's not a lot of those things, but I'm not going to go out there and try to be Artemi Panarin. I'm not going to be dancing on the half wall. I'm a net front guy, so I just got to do my job to the best of my ability, and that's all anyone can do. I mean, it's a strange time, a strange year. I know I've said that a few times already, but I mean, there are a lot of other teams who are dealing with losing 6-7 guys. I know the Flyers are missing half, if not more than half, of their top 6. I mean, we've had Capo out for a game now, so this is a challenging year, but I think the team that learns to roll with those punches and has that next man up mentality is going to be better for it going forward. So, I mean, it's a huge loss, but at the end of the day, no one puts any more pressure on the players than they put on themselves. So we expect a lot of ourselves, and we expect ourselves to do the job to the best of our abilities to help the team win games.
Hey, Chris, if I could change the subject here for a second. An old teammate of yours, Henrik Lundqvist, just posted a video of him taking some shots on the ice, making some saves. This guy had heart surgery not long ago. What do you think when you hear that? I don't know, you obviously probably haven't seen it, I don't know, but just you hear the fact that he's out there trying to work his way back.
I think thank God, some good news. I mean, nothing could warm your heart more than seeing that. I mean, open heart surgery, how long ago? And he's already feeling better. He's already active. I mean, you'd expect nothing less from him. He's not the kind of guy who's going to sit on his hands and, he's got to recover actively. I guess he's a guy who always needs to move. And but yeah, that's some of the best news that I've heard in a long time, and we're thrilled for him. So. Hopefully he's got a lot of hockey left in him, and hopefully he just keeps on progressing and leaves us in his rearview mirror.
Hey, Chris, when you were listing the attributes of Artemi in the room, not on the ice, all those adjectives could be, transferred over to you. like you said, you're not going to be that on the ice, but do you feel a pressure to fill that void in the locker room because you are one of those guys and one of those voices that the younger guys look up to?
Same answer. I'm not going to try to be someone I'm not. Continue to be myself. I mean, Artie is not the most vocal guy, but in terms of being like a rah loud guy, but he's talking to guys. He's communicating one-on-one. I mean, his presence goes such a long way. He's such a calming influence. So, I mean, not having Trubout, there's a big void there too. Phil Hedl has become more vocal even in the room, which is great. Great progression for him. So, I mean, we miss all those guys on the ice, but we miss them in the room too. But it's an opportunity for other guys to step up and maybe be a little more vocal and a little more assertive. But it's part of the game. It's part of hockey, and it's part of this season. Every team's dealing with it, and like I said, we gotta learn to roll with the punches on the ice and in the room, and continue to support each other and try to win games.